Are you an aspiring teacher who wanted to work in the United States? Then this video is for you. Today's content is about the visas for teachers. So the common visas are J1 and H1B. I want to share as well the other common one, which is an R1. What we will do in this video is to compare those three so that you can have an idea, and we'll try to define it in a succinct manner. Okay, so this is a good news for teachers. J1. A J1 classification exchange visitor is authorized for those who tend to participate in an approved program. Okay, so it's an exchange visitor program. You visit there, working at the same time, learning from their culture, and the United States will learn from you. Basically, it's not a working visa, it's a visitor visa, but at the same time you are earning money. Okay, next, H1B. This is a working visa. A non-immigrant classification applies to people who wish to perform services in a specialty occupation, a teacher, a researcher, or anything that you have specialization. So for us teachers, it's a specialization as well. Okay, and last, a working visa also, R1. Ministers and non-ministers in religious vocation and occupation may come to the US temporarily for the purpose of performing religious work, and that one work is working in a Christian school. So you will be considered, it's considered a working visa. So J1, visitor visa, H1B, a working visa, and R1, a visitor visa for religious or Christian schools. So let's try to differentiate those. So J1, 3 to 5 years, H1B, 3 to 6 years, and R1, 2.5 to 5 years. So we can see here H1B is the highest extension, but almost the same. So either or among them, it would be good enough. Alright, so J1 is a non-dual intent, H1B dual intent, and R1 is a dual intent. That means if it's a dual intent, you have the opportunity to change status to a green card. You can be a permanent resident if you have an H1B visa and an R1 visa. But for the J1, no chance at all. You need to go home. But there are ways with the help of expert immigration lawyers. Alright, so for J1, you will have a full-time job. H1B, you will have also a full-time, but for R1, it's either a part-time or full-time. Most of the time, it's part-time, okay? But good thing there, you can work and earn money. Alright, for the J1, you have a J2 dependents. They can work. For the H1B, H4, cannot work. And for the R1 or R2, these are your dependents, can't work as well. So that's a plus point for the J1 because they can work after 3 months of filing. But for the H1 or H4 and for the R2, they cannot work, but they can study. Okay, for the J1, employer may pay for sponsorship. That means they're not required to pay. For the H1B, must pay, and R1 is must pay. So you don't need to worry for the payments for the H1B and R1 because your employer is your sponsor. For the J1, you will find a visa sponsor like GEC, EPI, FAFSA, so on. But if your employer also have connection, then that would be easier. But they are not required to pay. So as we can see here, H1B is, for me, is the best choice. So if you have a chance to ask your employer, then tell them for an H1B. The R1 is also good if you are in a Christian school. Okay, so yeah, so I think you can see that clearly. So that's a good thing. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Okay, if you have a question, you can contact me in William Sadaranas Jr. So that's it. You can comment for your suggestion or anything. God bless you.